Hello everybody. This is Tiffany Divine Misfit here for the very promised Your Growth versus Strength reading. Now, before I continue, if you don't want to hear me ramble through, the time for the introduction of the decks will be in the description. So let's get started. So to kind of give an introduction, when I was thinking about a video of what to do, I really thought of it and something inspired me to do a growth versus strength, because I have thought about myself and the time that I remember I chose to look inward and do the inner work. I never have been told like, hey, I see this in you and this is where you've grown and this is your inner strength. I had to learn that through my own journey, and I felt intuitively that someone out there needs to hear where they are in their own like inner strength. And maybe too, like, if whoever the viewers here, if you guys are doing your own inner work, or you don't even have to, you just probably want to know like, what's my strength, like to know yourself, which is fine. So this reading is going to be timeless. So whenever this video is on your feed or this video finds you, this is for you. And my video is going to be, I'm going to do this again very blind. So I'll see what I channel and what I pick up. So I may do, what is your growth? Like, where have you grown? Or where do you need to grow? And then your inner strength. Or I could say what your strength is that you probably may know, but maybe you may need like maybe just a reassurance. And then what I'll be doing is words of encouragement, because I feel like a lot of our times our inner child needs to hear, I'm proud of you and you're doing a good job, or you're a good kid. And a lot of times with our inner child, I feel like we have to remind our inner child that they don't have to protect us, that we are adult selves. We are the protectors now, and we are hearing that little boy or that little girl. And I will be also doing a couple card draws. So again, this is all going to be blind and intuitive, so I'm just going to go as it comes. And so I'll be doing maybe a clarifying and the overall core message of the reading. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so originally what I had this planned was that I wanted to do a pick a card, but I just thought of this. I really want to go into this blind. So I just figured I shuffle, and how I'm gonna organize this is I'll just say 1, and this will be for number 1, and then 2, 3, and I will put in the description where all this is so you could skip on through, or if you want to hear all of the piles, it's up to you and what you feel drawn to. So with these two, I already shuffled off camera. So I'm going to now shuffle the inner child deck. Let's see what we get here, and then I'll read it all. Oh. Okay. And now, let's see. I feel very drawn to this deck. This is the Light Workers. And I'm gonna use the Divine Tarot. But for this one, I feel like this deck wants to be used. So let's see what comes up. Again, this is all for entertainment purposes only. No facts here. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Started. Okay. For some reason this deck does not want to cooperate. So what is the core message for pile number 1, Spirit? Oh. Okay, well the Fool came up. Now let's read what we got. So we have here, your first card is don't give up. This is your strength here, so don't give up. It's okay that things don't always feel easy and effortless. Some of the best moments in life happen during and after hard times. Keep believing. Oh. And then your inner strength is radical curiosity. Seeing as if for the first time everything. And then for your words of encouragement, on the back we have I am safe and supported. And number 6, support. Okay, and then overall your inner message is the Fool. Okay, so I feel your inner strength is that you don't give up, or it's telling you don't give up. Let me see if I could channel this. Sorry. What I'm getting here is your growth is that you don't give up, or you have grown to not give up. Like your growth is that you just keep going and going and going, and you don't give up the fight. And this card says it's okay that things don't always feel easy and effortless. Some of the best moments in life happen during and after hard times. Keep believing. Okay, overall, I do feel a lot of this has to do with your inner belief of, I keep hearing us, I have this on the tip of my tongue, bear with me here. I want to say this card, like, support. So inner strength is that you don't give up, or you have grown to just keep going and going and going and going and going and going. Your inner strength here is that you have like a curiosity about you, where it's like you see potential in things, where it's like I could see where I can grow from this, because I see there's a little girl here, and she's playing the flute, and it says sing as if for the first time everything. So I kind of feel like it's saying that you see potential in every situation. Your growth is that you still keep going on the fight, or you have grown to become like, I'm a fighter, I will not give up. This, like, I continue and continue and continue. Number 6. Now, what really stood out is that your inner child needs to hear more of like, I am supported and I am safe. I am supported in my ideas, and I am supported in my growth. And I kind of feel like your inner child needs to hear more of, I am safe, I am supported, universe supports me, everything is safe. So I kind of feel like maybe your inner child didn't really feel like he or she was supported, and that maybe as a child you had to be either like you had to grow up too fast, or you were hyper vigilant, or feeling like you couldn't depend on things, and always feeling like, I want to say, scanning for danger, like, is this the right thing to do? Can I really trust this to go forward? Let's see, I have the book here, so I'm going to read more into depth with this. So, support. Benny loves to splash around in the ocean with other bunnies, but he doesn't feel confident in the water. Bunnies aren't the fast swimmers, so he gets nervous paddling too far from shore. Whenever Benny feels scared or unsure, he puts on his floaties. They give him support and confidence to play safely. Though we may sometimes think of ourselves as lone islands, we are one in a chain of islands stretching further than the eye can see. We may be blinded by the sun, or have our view shrouded in fog. Oh, there's some fears there. Okay. But just because we cannot see those around us doesn't mean that they aren't there. We are never as alone as we fear. Oh, okay. This card comes to reassure you that helpful people surround you or are on their way to you. You have more support than you realize. Remember to reach out and accept it. If you feel overwhelmed or like you're being pulled in different directions, connect with those who wish to lighten your load. Like the ocean, life provides many unpredictable conditions. You don't have to do everything alone. Asking for help isn't an admittance of weakness, it's a sign of strength. Reach out and accept the help available to you. It's time to swim, and it's time to swim supported and without fear. And your affirmation, number 1, is repeat. You're going to repeat the following affirmation 3 times or until you feel open to receiving help. Put your hand on your heart. I am safe and supported in times of vulnerability. Having the courage to accept help when needed expands my potential for fun new experiences. Okay, so this off the bat tells me that you have a hard time either reaching out or sometimes accepting and feeling alone, and you are more supported than what you think you are. There are a lot of people that are willing to help you, or there are people that are coming to you that are going to help you. And let's see here. The overall message I got here was the Fool. The Fool is about spontaneity. It's about impulsivity. It's about going, like you just going and going, like you're going without kind of looking what's ahead of you. So overall, the overall message, like the Fool, take a leap of faith. I feel like the Fool is saying that the Fool is, okay, so the Fool is looking out in the distance and she sees a castle here. So I feel like the overall message here is the Fool is saying just to go forward, take that leap of faith. And again, just don't obviously do anything reckless, but it's saying just to go into it. And then your growth here will be, again, I know I'm probably repeating myself, so either your growth's gonna be that I will not give up the fight. I had 2 scenes that came in my head. The one of Stanley Illness from Holes, like how when Zero was getting weak, he was holding him up to climb up that mountain. And a song from Bob Marley where it goes, get up, stand up for your right. And your inner strength is that you see potential in things. You see growth. And it's like you have a childlike, I don't know if curiosity is the word, but you have more like a childlike, I don't want to, hopefully this is not the wrong word to say, not naivete, but more like, this looks promising. Like, this is probably not the best example. I thought of like that character from Outlast, the doctor who went crazy, and how he said this can sell itself, like after like chopping off the main character's finger. Like, again, I know it's not the best, but that's what I got, like this thing can sell itself. So it's kind of like you could see like business and potential. It's like you could see where growth can happen, and you could see where opportunities can happen. So you do have like more of an expansive mind. Okay, so hopefully that resonated with you. Again, now I'm going to continue to number 2. Okay, so this is for number 2. This is going to be your reading. So again, just like pile number 1, just take what resonates and leave what doesn't here. really interesting. Like, I'm pretty surprised of like how sometimes when I'm going through this line, I'm like, I sometimes kind of like amazed at myself, like how I can like see these things, if that makes sense. But alright. So what I'm gonna be asking is, what is pile number two's strength, or their inner growth, I'm sorry. What is, okay, so Spirit, what is pile number two's growth? What's pile number two's growth? Oh. Okay, well, two came out. Again, I'm gonna go into this completely blind. So maybe this is gonna be maybe an advice, maybe like where you are growing and where you need to grow more. Okay, I like that. All right, now here comes your strength. File number two. What does Spirit have to say about your inner strength? Okay, so number two. So Spirit, what is file number two's inner strength? Oh, accountability. Okay, I like that. So either you can like hold people accountable, or you hold yourself accountable for things. So this is kind of giving me, you hold yourself to a high standard. I like that. Okay, pile number two. You either call people out or you call yourself out and be like, yeah, like I need accountability myself too, or you can take accountability. Okay. So what is the encouragement pile number two needs? Oh, I don't know. I get the vibe you guys are very strong. Okay. What encouragement does pile number two need, Spirit? Tenderness. I am gentle with myself. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna choose this deck. I kind of feel like the Divine Tarot is kind of screaming out at me too. Like, this one's kind of giving, I feel like this Life Decker is gonna be more lighter. So off the bat, what I feel, it's like you hold yourself up to a high standard here. And I kind of feel like you're too hard on yourself. Or I feel like you kind of need more tenderness, like how he has this little bunny here, his name is Benny. And I kind of feel like he needs more tender love and care, or you need to give yourself more tender love and care, or maybe you need to hear more like encouragement because you don't get that enough. Alright, so let's see here. So what is overall message for pile number two? Thinking strategically, Queen of Swords. Ooh, okay. Yo, okay, before I read this, whoever is pile number two, you guys are very emotionally tough. Queen of Swords is not a person who is warm and tender. Like, she's very direct and she's very straightforward. She speaks her mind, but she welcomes it. So this gives me that you had to be, like, either you grew to be tough or you had to be tough, or learned that I have to be emotionally tough. Okay, so here, your growth here, there's two cards came out. Oh, okay. So you got Simplify Life, and then you got Instant Manifestation. Life is meant to be simple and easy. Don't let superficial energies distract you from your true essence. Simplicity and purity will lift your spirit. Instant manifestation. Soul and mind working together to create a dream in the heart. You have nothing to lose. You carry the dream. Your intention is pure. Be ready to receive. Okay, I kind of feel like this is a two message kind of thing. Your growth is that you've learned to cut people off. When something doesn't feel right, you learn to just cut it off. Like, especially about superficial energies. And especially it's saying if you feel like someone doesn't feel like aligned to you, you just let it go, or you learn to cut it off. That's where I feel like your growth, where you are, that you have learned to let life be easy. So I kind of get your peace. You've grown to learn that peace is so valuable, and that you cut off what doesn't serve you. And I feel like you learn to like simplify like your life here. And your growth is that I feel like maybe you have come to learn about manifestation. I almost said infestation. Manifestation. So your growth is that I feel like it's saying mind and soul working together to create dreams. So like you have grown to make something, like you have grown to like make your life. I feel like you have grown, like you're growing either to like you are realizing that you can like manifest things in your life, and you're making that come true. Very ambitious here. So you have the intention and you have the dream, and your growth is that I'm just ready to receive it. I have like worked so hard, and it's like when your mind and your soul goes into it, your growth is that you can manifest it. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm not like redundant here. Now, your inner strength is accountability. Again, I feel like your strength is that because you hold yourself at a high standard, you hold yourself accountable, or you can hold people accountable. And it says here, responsibility is a gift of love to yourself and others. I love this. Like, again, I feel like in here that you had to learn to be tough. I get that. And if something doesn't hold to your standard, like you cut it off. So your inner child here is tenderness. I am gentle with myself. So I kind of feel like you may be a little too critical of yourself here. Now I'm going to read, same with pile number 1. Let's see, tenderness. I'll be reading again what the book says, and then this will be your affirmation. And then I'll go along with you. Benny's been sniffling all day. He's never a happy bunny when he's sick. Luckily, Ma Blue has the perfect remedy for a sick bunny. When her baby's down, she knows what to do. Have you been tender lately, sensitive, in need of a break? Perhaps you have been getting ill frequently or overindulging to the point of sickness. If so, your body may be telling you that a little extra love and care is needed at this time. So yeah, your inner child is saying, I need a break. Your inner boy or your inner girl, like, Ma, we've been working too hard. I need a break. It reminds me of like my nephews, like when we went for a walk, he's like, I'm tired. My legs hurt. I kind of feel like your inner child is like telling you and begging you, like, Ma, or Ma, Pa, I need it. Like, I'm tired of this, Grandpa. You know, I just thought of that. Okay, I lost myself here. So your body may be telling you that a little extra love and care is needed. Okay, I think I read that. Take the time to listen to your body and give it what it needs. Don't devalue yourself by acting like your well-being is less important than your work. Yo, girl, or whoever this is, like, you are a workaholic. Give thanks to your body for communicating its needs, and look after it with tender love and care it deserves. If you are sick, run yourself a hot bath and soak with some essential oils. Wrap yourself in fuzzy blankets and take a nap. Make yourself a hot tea with lemon and snuggle up for a leisurely day of rest and relaxation. It's better to take a break to fully recover rather than drag illnesses for days or weeks. If you are worn down and overtired, make sure you get to sleep early and drink plenty of water, because stay hydrated. Oh, above all, treat yourself with tenderness. It is the path back to wholeness and health. You deserve to walk it happily and with ease. And this is your affirmation. You're going to repeat this affirmation 3 times or until you feel ready to treat yourself with tenderness. With your hand on your heart, I lovingly listen to my body and give myself permission to rest fully and completely. I am grateful for all my body does for me and appreciate it when it lets me know it's time to rest. Yeah. Overall, I feel like your inner child is saying, like, take care of me. I feel like even like your body is saying you work too hard, you need to rest. I thought of that scene from Avatar, The Last Airbender, where Iroh is telling Zuko, like, a man needs his rest. And it's true. Like, our bodies, if we listen to our bodies constantly tell us what we need. It's just up to us to listen. And our bodies do so much for us to get us through the day. And we need to give our bodies that same love and care, like the tenderness, what it was saying. Because I feel like this is giving me workaholic. So I feel like your inner child is saying, like, Ma, I need to rest. And overall, the Queen of Swords thinks strategically. She uses logic over emotion. So maybe emotionally you may have like put your needs off, or maybe when I think of the Queen of Swords, I think of someone who's like very mentally sharp and verbally sharp with their words. This queen looks very stern. So overall, I feel like the card here, I'm going to go with what says thinking, you got to think strategically. Now, I want to do one more before I move on. So, okay. So what is the last core message for pile number 3, Spirit? Eight of Coins in reverse. Okay. 8 of Coins. Okay, so 8 of Coins here is... Okay, so it's like putting work into something, like looking at the details. So it's not looking at the details. And she's... Let's see, she's putting something together. And she's stepping on these things, like trying to make it, but her feet and hands are hurting and she's crying. And I feel like it's kind of going along with this, like your tender loving care. Maybe you might be getting a lot of hand pain or sometimes cramps in your hands and feet. Or it could just be an overall message about your body just needing that rest. So it's about like not putting the detail into things. I kind of feel like maybe... Oh, I'm guilty of this too, where like I'm a perfectionist and I want everything done a certain way. So I could feel that. So it's kind of same, in my opinion, with the perfectionism. Maybe don't think so strategically black and white, and don't look at the details. And then with your inner child saying, I need a break, your strength here is that you can hold yourself accountable to a high standard and others as well. And then your growth is you learn to cut people off when it doesn't align with your core values. And that your growth is that now you have come to a part where like now you can make your own life. Like you are putting your dreams out there. And that now you've learned about your own manifestation. So again, hopefully that resonates with you. Thank you so much. Now I'll continue for pile number 3. Okay, this is for pile number 3. Now here's your reading. Again, same like pile number 1 and 2. You're using the Mystic Forest Oracle. And I should have said this in the beginning, but if any of these come out in reverse, I don't read reversals for these. To me, Oracle is a lot different than tarot, because oracle to me like doesn't seem it's not like tarot, which is like there's a standard meaning to them. Hopefully that makes sense. So again, I always read these right side up. Okay, so what for pile number 3, what is pile number 3's growth? What does Spirit want to say for pile number 3? Oh, okay, this card came up again, instant manifestation. Just one more. What is pile number 3's growth? Inner strength. Yo, I love that. Oh, okay. Now, here comes your inner strength. Let's see what comes up. Right. I'm gonna say this before the card comes out. I wouldn't be surprised if I don't remember what this card is called, but it's the cover for this. I wouldn't be surprised if this pops up. But if it doesn't, let's just see what message comes. So what is pile number 3's strength? What is pile number 3's strength? What is pile number 3's strength? Home, okay. Here, put it right here so you can see it better. Now here comes your encouragement. What does your inner boy or inner girl need here? Okay, so Spirit, what is pile number 3's message that their inner child needs to hear? Transformation? I'm gonna do one more. What is pile number 3's message for their inner child? Oh, belonging. Okay. So, I'll pull tarot out in a sec, but okay. What I was gonna say is I kind of feel like for pile number 3, there's a 2 and 1 in this message. So if one message won't resonate, another one will. So that's my first impression. Now, so overall, okay, so what is the overall message for conflict with Spirit? King of Wands in reverse. Okay. By the way, the Wands is a very powerful suit. This is about drive and motivation and passion. So from what I'm getting is either feeling like there's a loss in path, or there's a loss, or feeling like a loss of control or some sort, or not feeling like a passion or a drive, or maybe just kind of feeling burnt out. He's a visionary. So let's see here. What is the overall message for pile number 3? For some reason, I feel like this light worker stuff is going to be a little nicer. Okay. Yeah, this is giving me two different messages in one. So, all right, let's get started. So, the first one you got was instant manifestation. Again, the same as pile number two. It is soul and mind working together to create dream in the heart. You have nothing to lose. You carry the dream. Your intention is pure. Be ready to receive. Now, the second card is inner strength. Don't lose yourself in things you can't change. Focus on the things you can change: attitude, mindset, and energy. You got everything you need. Okay, so off the deck, your growth is that you have put a vision out there with your mind and your soul working together to create your dream life. And it's saying that you have the dream and you have nothing to lose. So your intention that you're putting out there is to create. So that was where your growth is, that you have learned to create. Like you have learned that manifestation is working with you, or that maybe you are working on your manifestations and you're seeing them grow because you have that ambition, or that oh my gosh, I had that to my tongue. I want to say, I had it in my head, but I want to say that now your growth is that you have now, like, you have learned to put the things that you're putting out in the 3D are going to be working with you to manifest it. That hopefully that makes sense. And the second message here is inner strength. So I feel that maybe this could be together for some reason. I still feel like this is a 2 message. So take what resonates and remember, leave what doesn't. So a part of your growth too is that a part of you has learned that you can't, like, it's giving what's done is done. Like you can't change things. Like you feel like you have learned that there's things that you can and can't change. Like you won't lose yourself in things that aren't just going to like you learn their capacity of things. Like that person's gonna be compatible. Like they only have the capacity for this, and that I can't change what this person does. I can't change what that person might react. So I'm not gonna lose myself on. So it's like detachment. I feel like you have your inner, like your growth here is that you have learned detachment. That you have learned that you can change what you can't change, but you can change what you have control over. So your inner strength comes from detaching what you can and can't control, but it's also saying that your inner strength has said that you have learned to focus on the things that you can change, like your attitude and mindset and energy, and that you have learned to be more self-efficient and be like, I have everything what I got. I cannot control what Billy Bob does or how he's going to react, but I can control how I react. I can control how I communicate. I can't control how people are going to receive my boundaries, but I can control my attitude, and I can control my mindset, and I can control what I can put my energy into. I love that. That's why when I got these two, I'm like, oh, yes, I love that. Okay. So you got home for your inner strength. May your home be a harmonious place of love, strength, light, and pleasure lives. All right. So this is your inner strength is like love, self-love here, because she's in the water and she's like happy, and it says home. And with pile number two, if maybe again, for these are for the people who have feel like they want to like listen through. For pile number 2, this was getting like over exhaustion. Your inner strength is like, I can give myself my me time. I'm coming back to home. I love myself. I appreciate myself. Home is the body, and she's in her body. And I feel like a lot of times growing, like I could just say growing up, the beauty standards for women was just so high, and how it's so critical of young women's bodies that we have grown to be like, I'm too fat, I'm too skinny, I'm not good enough. But your inner strength is about, I love myself more every day. My body is my home. It's giving me, I take care of myself. I love myself. And now let's see what we got for inner child again. This is a 2 for 1. So let's see what the affirmation says. Actually, let me go through this real quick. I've had this card drawn for me before for belonging, and real quick, belonging means that you're looking for a community and friends, and that community doesn't always have to mean, or belonging doesn't always mean family. It could be people that you align yourself with, or communities that you feel like you align with. That could be your home and your family. So here, for transformation, I am becoming all I wish to be. This little guy's so cute. Okay, and then for this one, belonging. Yeah, again, probably looking for my family. I am true to myself and loved as I am. I love that. Okay, so same thing. I'll be reading the affirmation at the end for pile number 3. Okay, transformation. Benny loves to watch the chicks hatch in Farmer Cotton's coop. He is awed by the strength and courage needed to peck through hard shells and emerge blindly into a strange new world. Sometimes it takes a long time for them to hatch. It looks like nothing is happening on the outside, but Benny knows that inside each egg, new life is ready to emerge. Life is a series of initiations interspersed with periods of growth and stasis. Invitations to transform come regularly. The size, quality, and importance of each invitation varies. This card comes as a confirmation that an invitation is being delivered to you now. You are being asked to walk the path of the initiate to learn and transform. Though such a process may feel scary or overwhelming at first, know that you will never be asked to change beyond your capacity. Do not underestimate the power of small, simple adjustments and achievable goals when seeking lasting change. Transformation doesn't happen all at once. It is a series of incremental changes that lead to metamorphosis. Start with what you are being called to do. Let the rest happen naturally in time. You'll see yourself renewed and take light. Resist getting caught up in self-doubt, comparison, or competition with others. We are all unique, and our paths are our own to walk. Don't give up when you feel disheartened by others' progress. Faster does not mean superior. Like the chick and the egg, transformation is the most painful and chaotic before the breakthrough to something wonderful. I can relate because I feel like sometimes when I see that other people are more ahead than me, I do sometimes kind of feel like I'm behind because I'm comparing my own transformation to other people. And the thing is, everyone is on their own timelines. And just to give a little advice here, I have to remind myself that what is happening in another person's life, that's what's happening because it's aligned with them and their own growth. Mine is a different timeline. So When I think of like the tortoise and the hare, the story is this: that faster may look nicer, but slow and steady wins the race. So just because my growth may not be like how someone is doesn't mean that my growth is not as good because it's not up to speed. All right. Bird's eye. Affirmation. Here you go. So repeat the following affirmation 3 times or until you feel ready to transform. Okay? So with your hand on your heart, with patience and trust in the process, I transform into all that I desire to become. So it's giving me like, don't rush it, be patient with yourself. Now for belonging. There's nothing Benny likes better than spending time with the people he loves, but he sometimes feels a little left out at family gatherings. Excuse me. His cousins are so loud and boisterous that sometimes Benny can barely get a word in. But by the time they're out in the back garden, roughhousing and playing games, Benny's forgotten his misgivings. Even if he sometimes doubted, Benny knows where he belongs deep down. We all crave acceptance and belonging. Many of us feel obligated to search for those things within the family unit we are born into. This card encourages you to broaden your perspective of family. What is family to you? Is it our blood or adoptive family? Is it a community of like-minded souls working in tandem? A group of lifelong friends, closest siblings, a team of people working towards a common goal. All these units can be family. It depends on who you are and what you need. Ask yourself how the desire for companionship in your life could be best be met at this time, and take the necessary steps to make or reestablish meaningful connections. You may be estranged from your family or feel as though you have drifted apart in recent years. You may be feeling lost, lonely, or disconnected from others. This card reassures you that family awaits you. You have to reach out and connect. If you have been isolating yourself out of fear of rejection or loss, step out of your bubble and let yourself be seen. Oh, this kind of reminds me of the recent short I've done. Okay. To be known is a gift. It is worth the risk of hurt or rejection. Do not let impatience stifle your progress. Meaningful connections based on love and trust take time to build. The results will be worth the wait. Okay, so I'm seeing a common theme here. It seems like patience, like there's a lack of patience. Family can include friends, faith-based communities, and groups of people with common goals and interests. It can be a small or large group, a couple, or a single person with one or many animal companions. The key when embracing others is to accept and belong to yourself first. Only then you'll attract a healthy connection outside yourself. Oh, this is interesting. It actually comes with a meditation. Okay, so here's your meditation, pile number 3. Before attending a family event or engaging in conversation with family members, social or religious groups where you feel resistant or overwhelmed, practice this simple meditation. Again, you can go over this part as much as you need. Close your eyes and bring your attention to the base chakra, located at the bottom of your spine close to your tailbone. So this is going to be your root chakra. This is your connection to your family or circle. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, visualize a ball of ruby red light expanding beautifully and brightly, creating a luminous bubble around you. Let this light act as an anchor to ground and center you when feelings of unease about belonging arise. Visualize this ruby bubble whenever you're in need. Now, your affirmation is this. Okay, we can put our hand on our heart. You'll repeat the following affirmation 3 times or until you feel a sense of belonging. When I am open to others, others are open to me. When I am true to myself, I attract those who are true to me. I am worthy of belonging. So automatically, this is giving, for this one, this is saying your inner child needs to feel a sense of belonging. I kind of feel like maybe your inner child may have felt like alone and isolated. Maybe maybe you have been feeling like what it says, strained from family. But family doesn't always mean blood. Sometimes family can mean, again, what it says, like people that you connect with, or it could be communities that you are interest you or align with you. And I know there's many things that you can do to connect to people that are in your interest. Like it could be book clubs, it could be volunteer work. I'm just putting those out there. And sometimes you can make the best connections with those types of meetups. Now, for the King of Wands, it kind of makes sense now, like with the impatience, because I feel like that's the overall. This one was more impatience of like, I'm not doing it enough, like this is not fast enough, I'm comparing myself and self-doubt. This is more like sense of belonging, like I feel lonely and isolated, and I'm that song from Linkin Park, Somewhere Where I Belong, comes up in my head, like what I'm channeling. And this one now, Eight of Wands, is rapid. Page of Cups is new excitement. When I think of the Page of Cups, because it's a baby, I kind of feel like more like a childlike sense of like excitement, of something fast, and like being like creative, like how children have like a vivid imagination. Hi everybody, again, I am so sorry. I got interrupted when I was doing the recording for pile number 3, so I thought I'd just finish it in my car before I end the reading. So for pile number 3, you got the Eight of Wands and the Page of Cups. Again, this is all about just quick, rapid movement. And the Page of Cups is usually like a childlike curiosity where you see things like a child, like how they could put like something together, like in their imagination, where they could put like a unicorn or one. I'm just putting that out there. So I kind of feel like the overall message is this: instead of overthinking things, and I remember patience kept coming up. Instead of everything needed at a timely basis and overthinking, let your creativity and let your imagination flow to help you. As I feel like patience was just like the biggest thing that was coming up for the reading. So the reading is coming off as like a child, stay open, soft, and curious to help you with your healing. Sorry, I'm just channeling real quick. So your words of encouragement are this: instead of it being super rapid, I have to get things done. Your inner child is saying, let my imagination play and let my imagination help you. It's like your inner child is asking for permission, or it's asking, like, my inner child wants to be seen. And you know, this makes sense because I remember you got belonging. So again, this is saying your inner child's like, let my creativity be seen, let my imagination flow, and let what I want to show be seen by you. So I hope that resonates. Again, thank you so much, everybody, and have a great, beautiful day. Stay warm. We just got snow so super randomly. It's spring, but here we are. But anyways, again, have a great, lovely day. Stay safe. I love you, and see you in the next one. Take care.